Satya Sai Baba falls and breaks his hip. And a couple of days later, he's out again doing his duty. He's out again doing darshan. I ask, could you do that? Could you shatter your hip and then 2 days later go and serve 1 million people waiting for you? Could you do that? So, how does he do it? He does it because he says the body is like a bubble sitting on top of water. One day the bubble bursts. Has the bubble gone anywhere? No. It came from the water. It is still water. And he says, you are not the body. And so, man's ego takes this example from this being who arises at 4 o'clock every morning to the sound of people singing, the omkars, the 21 ohms, which of course wakes up the first chakra, which is the chakra of bestiality. And so the very first thing that you hear after the ohms is hundreds and thousands of rooks making such a ruckus. And so the devotees, after they have did the ohms in the cover of the mandir, then leave the mandir to walk around the home of the teacher, singing his glory, singing the glory of God. And the rooks do their part by shitting on all their heads. And the whole thing is not to be distracted. But when these things do their business, they can be quite large. And you're asked not to be distracted. And so life is a bit like that, distraction. And this is where the ego begins to play in, because many people would then look at the teacher and go, oh, that teacher must be a false teacher. Because if that teacher was a real teacher, they wouldn't be injured. They wouldn't be in pain. They wouldn't be suffering. And so many people left the teacher, left the Upanishad, left the feet, because illusion had grasped them once again. Ego had played another trick. And they didn't hang around long enough to understand his lesson, which was, even an avatar has a body, and the body is made up of the elements of nature, and it is the nature of the body to die. The body dies, you do not. Your consciousness does not. But the body does. And so the difference between the teacher and the student in this case is usually this piece of wisdom. The teacher too can break his leg, his arm, his hip, and just continue on. Unattached, unperturbed, because they are not attached to the body. It is this foolhardy grasping of something that is impermanent that causes most of your suffering. Your body is impermanent. Your Atma is immortal. Your consciousness leaves your body and travels through the ethers. And your body, like old worn clothes, are discarded. Only to be in the abundance again one day and have new clothes or a new body on which the consciousness once again plays its drums of desires and its drums of illusions.